Who says you can't clean the world and save the future while making a profit? Just look at these companies growing all kinds of green goodness. Like Aduro with its proprietary hydrochemolytic technology, HCT, a water-based process that converts low-value feedstocks like waste plastics, heavy crude oil, and renewable oils into higher-value fuels and chemicals. HCT offers significant environmental advantages like lower energy consumption, reduced carbon emissions, and minimal production of harmful byproducts compared to traditional methods like pyrolysis and gasification. Since it operates at relatively low temperatures, making it more energy efficient while selectively breaking down polymers and other complex molecules. HCT's primary applications are plastics recycling, heavy oil upgrading, and renewable oil upgrading. It enables chemical recycling of mixed contaminated plastics, often deemed unrecyclable by conventional means, into valuable feedstocks for new plastics or fuels. This positions Aduro to tap into the $200 billion potential market, driven by increased government funding for clean tech and stricter recycling mandates. Unlike many competitors, Aduro's technology is resin agnostic and can process at least 4 of the 7 major plastic types without requiring clean, sorted feedstocks, offering a distinct advantage. In the oil sector, HCT improves the transportability of heavy oils and bitumen without the need for high heat or expensive catalysts, while in renewable oil upgrading, it removes oxygen from plant-based oils to produce high-purity hydrocarbons for biofuels. Aduro's business model focuses on licensing, royalties, and research collaborations to scale the technology and accelerate market adoption. Aduro's next-generation process NGP pilot plant, currently under development in partnership with Zeton, is a critical step toward commercialization. The plant will demonstrate HCT's scalability, optimize operating parameters, and produce product samples for customer evaluation. Aduro is also pursuing partnerships with companies like Clean Farms, targeting agricultural plastics recycling, and GF Building Flow Solutions, which is exploring the recycling of cross-linked polyethylene (PX) waste. Additionally, Aduro's patent portfolio strengthens its market position, and its collaborations with organizations like Siemens Canada and Delhi, a sustainability consultancy, enhance its credibility. Aduro is also working on expanding its presence in global markets, including Japan, through participation in international trade missions. Then, to fuel the green future, renewable hydrocarbon fuels are often overlooked, even though they're covering a critical role to power aviation in the form of sustainable aviation fuel, SAF, which is expected to account for 2/3 of the aviation industry's CO2 emission reductions by 2050. It offers lower carbon emissions while costing similarly to conventional jet fuel. GEVO is tackling the challenge of meeting rising SAF demand by converting carbohydrate feedstocks like industrial corn into renewable fuels using fermentation and chemical processes. Its net zero projects aim to produce energy-dense hydrocarbons with a net zero greenhouse gas footprint using renewable energy sources like wind power. One of GEVO's key initiatives, the Net Zero 1 facility in South Dakota, is set to be the world's first large-scale alcohol-to-jet production plant, with a $1.6 billion loan from the U.S. Department of Energy. The company is also exploring opportunities to convert existing ethanol plants into SAF production facilities, integrating carbon capture technologies to decarbonize operations. In addition to SAF, GEVO is expanding its footprint in renewable energy, including building renewable natural gas, RNG facilities, and collaborating with partners like LG Chem and Axens to develop sustainable chemical technologies and reduce SAF production costs. Its partnerships also extend to soybean traceability, with Verity Holdings working to streamline compliance for sustainably grown soybeans, and Frontier Infrastructure developing a carbon management system for ethanol producers to capture and store CO2 emissions. These efforts are paying off as shown in its latest financial report, which saw significant revenue growth reaching $43.6 million. It's also advancing its carbon dioxide removal (CDR) initiatives, selling credits from its CO2 capture efforts, and securing a multi-year agreement with Future Energy Global to facilitate carbon abatement via SAF. With a strong liquidity position, GEVO plans to expand its SAF production in North and South Dakota, and globally, addressing the projected 2.3 billion gallon shortfall in U.S. jet fuel by 2035, and supporting the aviation sector's sustainability goals. Similarly, Comstock Fuels segment is working on refining lignocellulosic biomass into renewable fuels, including sustainable aviation fuel and renewable diesel, using its proprietary Bioleum refining technology. It's secured significant partnerships, including agreements with Gresham's Eastern for a renewable fuel project in Pakistan, and with SACL-PT for projects in Australia, New Zealand, Vietnam, and Malaysia. These partnerships could produce over 400 million gallons of renewable fuel annually, with a potential construction cost of over $4 billion. Comstock is also increasing productivity in renewable fuels by collaborating with Hexas Biomass, which provides energy crops designed to thrive on marginal lands, with plans to develop a bioleum refining facility in Oklahoma. Extra support for the future of fuel came from Marathon Petroleum Corporation investing $14 million to support Comstock's efforts to scale its biomass refining technology and enhance production at its Madison, Wisconsin facility. In Comstock's metals segment, it focuses on recycling electronic waste and solar panels, targeting valuable materials like silver. The ultimate plan is to expand its solar panel recycling capacity to process 3 million panels annually, while also working towards achieving a 30% market share of the U.S. recycling market by 2030. Comstock's mining operations in Nevada, particularly in the Comstock LODE district, could generate significant revenue, and the company is considering resuming mining activities with rising silver and gold prices. It's also launched a joint venture with Virtus Renewables Service Group to focus on solar panel recycling and decommissioning. To support its growth, Comstock has raised capital through equity offerings and bond issuances. It reported a successful $34.5 million equity raise. Like Aduro and GEVO, focus will remain on strengthening its financial position for long-term growth, while its recycling and fuel production technologies head towards commercial-scale implementation. For more on stocks and crypto, follow Ascencore. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.